Good morning to you. The city of Bozeman is looking for ways to provide affordable housing for teachers. Coming up, how the city hopes to team up with the city to find some solutions.
And a warning from law enforcement about a kind of candy to watch out for this Halloween season.
Happy Monday to you. Coming up, it is 6:30 here on the dot. I'm Misty O'Malley with Chet Lehman. Matt Elwell has our work week forecast, which I'm really looking forward to.
Part of it.
In just a moment for a few of those days. Now, our top story for you here. The city of Bozeman is asking residents in the Sourdough area to be extremely conservative with water use from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. today.
Yeah, there's a reason for it. That's because the connection between the Sourdough area and the city water treatment plant will be shut off today. That is in order to allow work on upgrading the main line that provides water to the area.
Now, there shouldn't be a problem because the city has more than 6 million gallons of water stored in those tanks to serve the Sourdough area, and the residents there use less than 5 million gallons a day.
But the city wants people to conserve water use anyway as a precautionary measure.
Again, this is from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. for the Sourdough area in Bozeman.
All right, in other headlines this morning, the city of Bozeman is celebrating Shower Better Month this October by giving out free shower heads when you bring in your older one.
Now, Bozeman's Water Conservation Program says the high-efficiency shower heads offers and could save around 70 gallons of water per week. The city is also giving away free faucet aerators to any residents in city water to help save families around 500 gallons of water a year. Now, those incentives are a part of a larger goal for the city to promote smarter water conservation practices throughout the community.
So Bozeman has a limited water supply. We rely heavily on snowpack here in the Bozeman area because we are considered an arid climate, which means that we don't get a lot of rain over the course of the year. And so water conservation for us is really important.
Now you can pick up your free shower head at the Stiff Building off of Olive Street throughout the entire month of October.
Shower Better Month. I
Shower
had
better.
no idea.
Shower better.
6:31, staying in the city. The Bozeman City Commission will host a joint meeting with the Bozeman School District tonight at City Hall to talk about some topics they share in interest.
Now, some of those topics include discussions about affordable housing and the possibility of using school-owned land to provide housing options for school district employees.
Also on that agenda, a discussion about how the Bozeman School District and other local organizations can work together in an early reading program that targets young children in low-income families.
Bozeman people know how important early reading is. When you read well, you will just excel. And then as soon as you figure out how to read, and your horizon is going to be wide open.
That meeting takes place at 7:30 tonight at City Hall. Public is, of course, encouraged to attend.
I do love that.
Yep.
Read early, read often.
I am a big fan of it.
Yep,
I
no
wished
doubt
I
about
had
it.
started. It would have made my life a lot easier on this job.
Oh, Chet.
Don't be me,
Yep,
people.
yep.
Learn to read.
No, that's right. That's right.
Matt?
So many things to
I
say.
know.
I love how you're just soaking that up for a moment.
I'm not
Just
going to
soak
say a
it.
word.
Yeah.
Temperatures holding into the 30s this morning, 35 degrees at Belgrade, 33 in Butte. We're sitting at 16 in West Yellowstone. A little extra cloud cover, keeping those temperatures up a few degrees to start the day. The afternoon today will be a touch cooler than it was yesterday as we have a weak cold front move into the area. I don't think we're going to see any showers, just those early clouds. The clouds stick around for most of the afternoon, but we do have a couple of systems that could bring some rain and maybe even some snow to parts of the area by the end of the week and weekend. Your complete forecast, of course, coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you for that, Matt. Now 6:33. Here's an interesting one for you. California is joining several other states in expanding its statute of limitations for victims of sexual abuse.
Now, this means victims now have until age 40 to come forward with allegations. The previous age limit was 26. California is the third state this year to take this step, following New York and New Jersey. The two raised their statute of limitations to 55, resulting in hundreds of lawsuits filed against hospitals, schools, churches, and of course the late Jeffrey Epstein.
And a drug bust in Pennsylvania has police sending a reminder to parents everywhere.
Yeah, that warning is to check your child's Halloween candy before they eat it.
Police say they have found bags full of candy laced with THC during a recent search at a home. Most of it was Nerds Rope edibles. Now, although police say they did have warnings on this packaging stating it did contain THC, it's something that could be easily overlooked by a child.
Just check it first.
Yep.
6:34 now. In the military, moving just another part of the job.
But for one Great Falls airman, deployment means that not only does he need to find a temporary home, but that his dog does need a home as well.
MTN's Lindsay Hyatt shares his story.
Kino.
Meet Kino, a 4-year-old Siberian Husky mix Airman Nathan Brechtel adopted last year.
I was finally given permission to get a dog, and I adopted him at the animal shelter that I was volunteering at my last base.
3.5 weeks is the longest they've ever been apart.
I just got back, and so he's been all over me.
But that will all change in a matter of days when Nathan deploys for 7 months.
He's a bit of a daddy's boy. He doesn't like it when I leave.
Since Nathan received his order so late, he doesn't have a place for Kino to go.
Unfortunately, because it's such short notice, none of my family could take him. You know, if I had like the entire summer like everyone else, I'm sure I would have been able to find someone.
He's looking for a foster who can cater to Kino's needs.
Someone who has the time to, you know, bring him out here so he can run around. Huskies in general are pretty wound up. They have a ton of energy, and they need a yard to kind of run around in, or just somewhere to go.
So if you're looking for a 4-legged friend,
He's a goof. He's a giant goof. He loves people.
you might consider taking this hound into your home.
He's just a real friendly boy.
In Great Falls, Lindsay Hyatt, MTN News.
Now, if you're interested in fostering Kino, you need to head on over to our websites. That's where you can find the foster application.
Such a good boy.
Yes, he's a goof.
He's a goof. He does look like a little lovable pup.
For sure.
Now this week under the big sky, husband and wife team at La Chatelaine Chocolate Company in Bozeman is featured once again.
Yeah, the pair use their imagination and creativity to delight visitors at the Museum of the Rockies.
We've had, since we started, a few wholesale clients, and one of them since day one actually, it's the Museum of the Rockies.
For many years, the Museum of the Rockies has asked us to help them by creating special chocolates for their gift shop.
We've tried to do something unique for the museum. They have a big dinosaur exhibit. I mean, it's one of the best in the United States. We've had eggs for Easter that we've always made, and one day we thought, why not do an egg, but like a dinosaur egg. We found some baby dinosaur chocolate molds. Museum of the Rockies really loved that concept.
It's been a great success. Kids absolutely love cracking those chocolate eggs and finding dinosaurs inside.
It's exclusive to them. We don't sell them in our store, we just sell them over there. They've been selling it for years.
France, it's a country that prides itself in tradition. And America, we tend to be a bit more playful culinary-wise. I think that's why it works with our company. I think that's our strength.
We make people happy. I mean, chocolate is a comfort food, and we can see people appreciate it every day, and that's really rewarding.
There's something magic about it. It never ceases to amaze me.
You can see the full La Chatelaine story online at underthebigsky.com. Feel free to share any chocolates with us here at Montana This Morning.
Yes, I do love those little dinosaur eggs.
That's awesome.
Very cool. Museum of the Rockies. Check it out. Now this month's Awaiting Child features Hunter.
He's a creative boy who loves activities like building Legos, playing chess, and learning survival skills.
But books and video games hold a very special place in his heart. MTN's Mitch Laggy caught up with Hunter during the next hunt for his good read.
Meet Hunter, an energetic 13-year-old boy who loves to escape into video games or a good book.
I get what the characters are feeling, and I actually kind of feel like they're there. I'm there.
He's got some favorites. As for books, the dystopic Gone series by Michael Grant captured Hunter's imagination.
I always like those kind of stories. It's just really creative. I've interest in those kind of stories.
Hunter is in the 7th grade, and he likes school well enough.
I like my school because you could eat pizza every day.
Oh, really?
Pizza is his second favorite. His first?
Brussels sprouts and watermelon are tied. I don't know, it just tastes so good. I really don't know why, I just like it.
Hunter has some strategy with how he's plotted out his school day. The bookworm actually managed to get a job as a library aide.
Also, doing that, it's like kind of helpful to tell me where the books are in case I wanted to start a new series. Yeah, it's really nice. I actually like it a lot.
In a forever home, Hunter would like to have a family that lets him read and has a few siblings.
Reading's a big part of my life, so I would prefer kids around my age, really. Maybe 2 to 3. I'm not that kind of big family kind of kid. Kind of the same interests as me, though. I don't really want them to be exactly like me. That's just not that fun.
And loving parents that can help him focus through his ADHD with some gentle redirection.
Yeah, I memorize things I don't really want to memorize for some reason. Usually physical contact brings me out of the hyperfocus thing.
Oh, and I almost forgot. Hunter's got the fastest floss dance known to man. In Billings, Mitch Laggy, MTN News.
It's a lot faster than Chet's. Now, Hunter wanted to add that he would like to become a geologist someday. If you or someone you know is interested in adoption, you can find more information on Hunter's story on our website. Just search Awaiting Child.
Oh, and we wish him the best in his search for a forever home. I can't do it.
Mine's really slow.
Okay.
It is time for a quick break.